Okay, very good morning. I'm Tan. First of all, I would like to thank School of Industrial Technology, Institute of Malaysia, to invite us as this morning as one of the panelists for this BRTech Interaction Day 2022, using technology to create a greener Malaysia. Okay. Okay, next slide. Okay, you can see the slide here. We put Muda as a greener manufacturer. So in the next few slides, I will share with you all our activity in Muda. Okay, before I move forward, okay, Muda is we established the first company in Penang back in 1963. In the early 90, I would say, Muda has taken our initiative to plant our seed of the sustainability to mitigate the negative impact to the environment. So you can see that our operation, our main product is come from waste paper. Instead of we're using the wood pulp to convert into the end product, right? So during the 90s, okay, we also have opportunity to collaborate with the USM. During the time, Dr. Wan Rusli paid us a visit and talk about the collaboration, work closer with the School of Industrial Technology. At that time, it's a wood, paper, and coating. Okay, let me share with you our process. Okay, from this slide you can see that okay, we are integrated from the material waste collection in Malaysia throughout the whole peninsula Malaysia. Then we convert it into the paper manufacturing into the jumbo roll. Then we go down into our downstream. We have a tooling, one to the converting into the food packaging. One of the famous products that you can, I think most of you will be aware, is like the nasi lemak bungkusan, and also some of the product we go into the bag packaging. For the larger container, we have this corrugated carton box, and also we have this multi-wall paper bag. And in our process, we manage our sales and marketing with our sister company, Muda, this Intrapack Muda. Okay, today, our global reach, we are a local company. Muda is a 100% local company. So today, we have almost covered all the full continent. And our main activity is very active in Asia Pacific region. So we have offices in Singapore, China, Australia, okay, and then we collaborate with our agent in the various countries in the world. Okay, a little bit about this product range. Okay, what we are doing here. Okay, we have two plants in Malaysia. One in Tasik, which is in Penang, Selangpai Selatan, and the other one is in Krajan. So in Penang, we are more on the niche product. We have we produce more on the thicker board, and whereas in our sister company in Krajan is more focused on this footing medium and test liner. So there's a few slides showing is what are our product is convert into the end product. Okay, the first part you can see the liver asphalt is I think most of you have experienced and seen, and also some textbook convert into the okay, and also stationery. Okay, all right. Also, we have also produced some of the gift box material, and okay. Over here, I don't have the slide. Actually, we are also actively involved in the supply to those like exclusive packaging boxes like Louis Vuitton. What else I have? And also with some phone, these packaging boxes. And for industrial usage, we have like more heavy usage, like the paper core for the paper industry, stretch frame, adhesive tape, and also some OPP film and metal film. For the paper core, we can also go into the paper tube industry, like textile, toilet tissue, and smaller container, which is nowadays they convert from the metal container into the paper-based container. These are the fields. These are the slides to show. Like I think, wait, you can see from the slide there. Okay, some of the popular brands like this Jacker, the potato chip. Okay, it's actually the inner material is using the Muda this material. Okay. So also we have developed this slip sheet. This is one of the materials to replace wood pellet. Okay, separate sheet also replace some of the plastic transfer material. And we also venture in the MG paper, which is you can see a popular use in this McDonald's, more on the food grade and also medical. Okay, the next slide you can see that the gimbal and also can convert into the paper bag and also for the labeling. Okay. So this is a plant in Tasek. It's produce this MG paper. Okay. Okay, these are our sister company on the food wrapping, as I mentioned earlier slide. Okay, first part in the paper mill, we manufacturing the material, and this is our sister company. They convert into the end product. And this is another sister company, Feather Packages, convert the floating medium and test liner into various type of boxes. And this is a multi-wall bag, as actively used in the cement industry. Okay, you can see that. Okay, the charcoal also nowadays they use this multi-wall bag to transfer for export. Also, we are actively involved in the offset printing in Penang. Okay, our accreditation. Okay, we have actively involved in all this certification, as we have been participating into the trade for all this export. So we need the certification. So we have this ISO as a standard. Okay. Also, we have the environmental accreditation and the safety. Also, since we involved on this food packaging industry, so we also actively involved into all these world-renowned this food and safety certification. And FSC is one of it. We are the pioneer in Malaysia to obtain this certification for our industry, paper industry. Another food and safety and environment accreditation, EN trader on this HACCP and ISO 22000. Apart from the certification, also we also seriously look into our product safety. Since our product also exposed to the children, So our product also sent to the abroad for this certification, so that we have that. These are the few I just picked up to show in the slide here. Okay, coming back on this green initiative in Muda. Since as mentioned in the early 90s, so our company has ventured into this green initiative. So the next few slides, I will talk about on all this activity in TASE. First and foremost, this is our core business here. We recycle, we bring back all the waste in the open market, then we segregate out into the main four categories. In the household, mainly come from the old newspaper, old magazine, and the office waste. We call it black and white. Then for the industrial, and then for it's mainly on the carton. We name it old corrugated, OCC. So the slide, you can see that the collection, we start from the household, newspaper publisher. We work also with the town council. We collaborate with the school, charity association, and also we deal with the industrial factory when they have the so-called the waste in the factory. We send our collector to bring back their waste, and we segregate, and we use it for the usable secondary so-called fiber for our usage. And the commercial part, as the earlier slide, we also bring back a lot of this waste from this area. And the last slide is the confidential document. Okay, we work with a few government agencies to process their so-called the confidential document into usable fiber. Okay, next. You can see that we start on the very ground. Okay, you can see that the waste paper collector go to the household. I think all the slide here is quite familiar to y'all, right? They start with a very small scale, and to the next slide, you can see that when they come into the mill, we convert all this into the big jumbo bill, and we stock up for our usage. Okay, this is the yard. We have two sides of this yard to hold this the waste paper we bring back from the open market. So today we have a capacity to hold about 30,000 tons of the waste for the needs of our operation. Okay. So a little bit about why we do recycle, all right? So you can see the impact to the environment. Okay, a ton of the recycled paper can save up to like normally it's 14 to 17 trees, depend on the age of the tree, right? So Muda today we have a 2 plant in Malaysia. We produce about 680,000 tons of recycled paper. With each time we save about 14,000 trees. So roughly a year, okay, Muda we are participating in this green project, 10 million trees. Okay, we are saving 10 million trees a year. So if you're talking about the land deforesting area, so it's roughly about 5,000 acres of a forest. Okay. So I think most of you have been aware that the recent case in the Baling, right? Baling. So due to the deforestation, right? So when the heavy rain comes, so the water catchment is not there. So the water come, and then from the upstream bring all the way down and then destroy the resident area. So it can be very serious, apart from the so-called greenhouse gas emission. But actually, the damaging is more on the erosion and from the downstream area. It affected with the so-called the hill area deforestation. So another area that the issue that today most of the state are facing is the open dumping yard, right? So today in Malaysia, every day we get a statistic. Per day, we produce about 4,433 tons of waste. So with the capacity of Muda, we recycle about 1.6 million tons of the waste paper from the open market. So in other words, that we can stop this waste going into the dumping yard. So how do this 1.6 million ton, okay, is roughly about 27 unit of a 40-footed container, right? If we don't recycle this waste from the collection from the open market, so every year you will see that in this paper itself will be 27,000 40-footed container of a space to be occupied in our open landfill area. Okay, and moving forward from our traditional our core basis on the recycling paper, our commitment, okay, into the green and renewable energy project. First, we have a venture into this solar. So today we have committed on this green energy for 16.5 kilowatt. So you can see that the building, okay, this is the phase one. We have completed the install our solar panel, and then there's a two new block. The building in front on this also is we are going to put up the solar panel in this next few months. So on your right, you can see that the water treatment plant. Okay, when we talk about environment friendly, okay, don't forget that okay, paper industry is also using a lot of water. Over the year, we have bring in the technology to minimize the usage of water. Okay, this is first part, and then the second part, to discharge the water back to the environment. Okay, also we have invested heavily. Okay, we bring in this world-class technology to treat the water before we discharge to the environment. And earlier part that Dr. Lee have shared about the EFP fiber. Yes, okay, Tasik, the mill here, we also venture into this. Okay, this fiber is a big issue in Malaysia. We have palm oil. Palm oil is one of our core production output in Malaysia. So after they produce, they squeeze out the oil for the usage on the convert into the palm oil, the sludge or the fiber. Okay, they need to handle it. Over the year, I think USM, Dr. Lei, are actively involved in this area. They try to convert this fiber into usable for the paper usage. But I think that it's still in the stage of breaking through on this area, because I understand that the mill is involved in this, but we still have some technical to overcome it. But with this, we have a move step forward to use this excess fiber in the market, convert into burning fuel. So you can see the sludge, you can bring it in with the 50% moisture, and then we can bring into the okay, next slide. Okay, next slide. Okay, we can bring into the our this boiler and convert into the steam for the process of paper making. Next, okay, apart from participating into this so-called this excess waste in the market, we also look into a new biogas system in Muda. So this is a new project in our pipeline. Okay, it will come soon. We will put up a biogas system in our plant. With this, we can collect this excess carbon dioxide gas from our water treatment convert into usable gas for our manufacturing usage. Next one. So these are the tower that you can see. Okay, it's another initiative for our mill in this area. Apart from the industry, also we are participating into some campaign on this education part. We invite students from the primary school, secondary school, and also every year before the pandemic, actually we open up for the USM to visit to our mill. And we share our experience, our manufacturing process with the student from USM. And also we open up for the success candidate to join this so-called internship training in our factory. In fact, in the northern region, we have 3 plants in northern region in Penang, from the paper mill and the 2 converting plants. And each plant we can take in 1 to 2 candidates every year. Okay. So a little bit about the paper industry in Malaysia. Apart from Muda, we have about another 19 members. So it's total about 20 members. This is the chart here is shown from the local-owned paper mill in Malaysia. And with the recent Malaysia opened up in this segment, so we have seen the newcomer mainly from China. Okay, we have a few players. China paper manufacturer is coming into Malaysia. Okay, I have still one more slide before I end here. Okay, here the last slide shows that where is the student been deployed in our group here. You can see here as today, we have a total 25 of your students is still with us in the Muda paper mill, 6 in the manager post, 3 in the assistant manager, 5 in the engineer, and 4 in the executive post. Whereas in our sister company, in the paper converting, we have each segment 1, further packages, 1 manager, and 1 in engineering and executive. So again, we welcome all the USM students to actively participate in this internship training program, and also for the young student from 6 students. This is the area that actually education in the university is just an area that you just acquire your knowledge. When you come to the real business world, it's the company like giving you opportunity. Not only you are involved in the engineering or you're involved in the like arts or what. It's important that you yourself, your commitment, where you want to, your career direction is important on yourself. Like for example, the student all from USM, you can see from the table here, they are not only all involved in the engineering. Okay, like student in the project after a few years, we see they're capable, and some of them they're involved in the marketing. Like we have a position in the manager, a person from this Dr. Lei student, right? One of your student, Dr. Lei, he's now leading our marketing team, and he's been traveling all over the world. And just now you see that our earlier slide, we have many countries of business. So he had to be travel, and then he had to, establish, using his knowledge in the paper making and sharing with in the market that what we are doing and how we introduce to the world that Malaysia, we have a green production manufacturing manufacturer in this area. So the same to apply to our the executive post. Like for example, today with me is Miss Tay. Is also one of the Dr. Lei student, right? she's been involved in the start in the production, and then later part we see there's a talent, and we bring her into the procurement. So today she's actively involved in this procurement. So before I end, okay, I thank you to Dr. Lei and the School of Industrial Technology to invite us to join in as a panelist for today, the talk to the homesick student.